Today, I really want to show you what are the 5 steps to getting slender for good. It's a very different process from the steps to losing weight and gaining it back, which is what most of us are doing. So I want you to be empowered with more information, more insight about what this process looks like, because it's way too hard the way we're doing it. It doesn't have to be so hard. It can be so much easier and more natural. So these are the 5 steps to getting slender for good. The first one is eating in a way that actually works. I'm going to go through each of these in a little more detail. But when you eat in this way that works, it's like flipping a switch in your body. So instead of you fighting with your body and your body going, okay, I got to fight against you now. I got to store excess fat. I got to make you extra hungry. We flip the switch back the other way. So very naturally, our body starts releasing the excess weight using the food that we're eating for energy. It's a completely different experience. And the next step is to really crave the good foods. And that is a game changer, right? As long as we're craving the non-nutritious food-like substances, which are more than half of our diet these days, we are in trouble. So we need to really come to crave the good foods. And then we can keep eating this way and achieve our slender, healthy weight, which is a happy moment. And then we can live slender for good. So the first step is to eat the slender way. It's not easy to find this way of eating. It required me to go to the research myself and look at what the research said about health and eating and weight loss. And once I started finding these clear principles that added up to very specific quantities, I started getting quite natural, easy weight loss. It was vastly different from what I had been doing when I was following the popular media. So you need to get the exact specific eating plan that is proven effective, that nourishes your body so that you can achieve your slender weight quite naturally. There are 4 fundamental principles to it, and they add up to optimal health and your slender weight. The slender weight eating plan spells out very specific quantities of proteins and fats, fruits and vegetables and grains that add up to healthy, sustainable weight loss. So my clients say, eating this way feels emotionally very different. It's very calm and nourishing. Not something everybody thought they were looking for, but to have eating become calm and nourishing instead of overly stressful, overly exciting, overly confusing. It's pretty valuable. It's pretty wonderful. And when we eat this way, it seems to flip a switch in our body. This is how some researchers are conceptualizing it now. So the way I see it, as we eat this way, we're ensuring that our body's getting the nutrition it needs to function the way it was intended. And so we're working with our bodies instead of all the ways people are trying to lose weight by trying to force their bodies to let go. And this makes a huge difference. One thing that I hear from people all the time is, I'm amazed that I'm losing weight without feeling hungry. It's feeling so natural. So eating this way flips a switch on our metabolism. Our hormones get back to a much more balanced kind of functioning. Insulin gets way more regulated, and that makes a huge difference in whether we're using the food coming in for energy to be energized, or we're using the food coming in to store as fat, right? So when we eat this way, our body naturally resets to our healthier, slender weight. And so that's where people feel like it's just falling off. The excess weight is just falling off. We reset. We don't just lose the weight and then gain it back. Our body resets our weight back down, and then it's defending this lower weight. Now, the third step is to come to crave the good foods. And this is absolutely critical to our success. It makes a huge, huge difference. So we've been going along in our current environment, more and more craving the things that are non-nutritious food-like substances, that are highly processed, that are more than half of the American diet now, and way more than half of the food in the grocery store is highly processed, non-nutritious food-like substances, and they tend to be the most craveable things, the things that we call treats. So what we conceptualize as tasty, as enjoyable, as good to eat needs to start changing. There's a mental side to this, and there's a physiological side to this, right? Our mind and our body switch over. So we find that our taste buds switch over in about 14 days. So the nutritious foods, when that's what we're eating, start to taste better and better, right? I hear that from people all the time. Our sensory organs are actually changing, and our mind is changing. So there's both sides to this. We go from craving the bad, non-nutritious food-like substances to craving the good foods and drinks. So it becomes, because of this, it becomes easy to eat this way day after day, this way that makes our body really healthy and happy. And it makes sustainable results so doable. So it becomes so easy to eat the foods that make your body happy, right? So that's one of the things people are so worried about when they start a diet is, I'm going to be really sad and depressed and feel deprived. And we need to change that idea, and we change it both through what we're doing to our body, through what we're eating, and we change it with our mindsets. It may be a lot easier than you think. All right, so this is a happy moment. We achieve our goal weight, our slender, healthy weight, maybe a size we haven't seen since college or high school. I think about some of my clients who are in a size they haven't seen since 7th grade, right? So this step is really important. You get to your slender, healthy weight, you transition out of weight loss eating while maintaining the Slender Way approach, the fundamental principles that add up to great results. And now what's really important is that in this stage is to thoughtfully pay attention and notice what are the right quantities, because the quantities for weight loss are very predictable. They work for everybody. The quantities for maintaining your weight may be a bit different. So each of us has to find what those are. And the tricky thing at this point is we quit getting the feedback of weight loss, which was kind of exciting and keeping us going a little bit. And we don't want to just go back to eating the old ways, because that's what we're used to doing when we diet. But that's exactly a big part of what leads back to gaining weight again. And we don't want that anymore. We want to enjoy the healthy foods and enjoy living in our slender body. So one of my clients says it this way: I love eating the Slender Way, and it just keeps working. Like there's no reason to go back to my old ways. And when we do that, when we figure out how to eat to maintain our weight, we get to live slender for good. We just keep eating this way. It's become natural and easy and habitual. And our body really starts to defend this slender, healthy weight the way it used to defend the higher weight. So one of my clients said, I love my size. I love how light I feel on my feet. But I'm also forever transformed. This is just how I eat, and I love it. So I hope you can see how getting slender for good is different from dieting. It's not a temporary change, and it's not a way of trying to force our body to let go of the excess weight. It's a commitment to loving your body and your life enough to find a way of eating that makes your body really healthy and happy. And when your body's getting the nutrition it needs, it starts cooperating with your weight loss goals. And then it resets your weight back to a healthy weight, and you get to live there by continuing to eat this way for the rest of your life, right? We can eat this way sustainably for decades because it feels really good, because it works for our body, and because we've fallen in love with eating this way and we've made it a happy habit. Hope that makes sense.